What's up, everybody? X-Men 97 continued its domination this week with another outstanding episode. There will be spoilers for the episode here in my breakdown, so you've been warned. Now let's get into episode 5. This episode opened up as they're doing a big news report at the mansion as Genosha is being accepted into the UN and the X-Men, or some of the X-Men, are on their way to the Mutant Nation. There's also a great score playing when they arrive to Genosha. Anyway, Madeline is in Genosha now, and she's actually joined the council too, as they wanted an X-Man on it. Then Nightcrawler comes in to give Rogue and Gambit the tour. He even goes as far as to help Gambit and give him some really good advice in what was the first of many, many great and wholesome scenes in this episode across the board with multiple different characters and multiple different situations. There's another one back at the mansion between Logan and Jean about her struggles coming back and not knowing what's her life and her memories, and then what's Madeline's. Not to mention the rift between her and Scott. Speaking of Scott, he flips out during his interview when Nathan is brought up and he says he doesn't have a son with Jean, and the reporter accuses him of lying, but in reality, he's telling the truth. His son is from Madeline Pryor. Back on Genosha, Magneto is meeting with the council, which brought a lot of cool cameos like Sebastian Shaw and Emma Frost, who are essentially asking him to become king of Genosha. He tells them he'll do it, but only if Rogue is queen with him there, and she was not too happy about that, not one bit. Then we go back to the mansion again, where Scott and Jean are not so shockingly making up with each other, and then Madeline contacts Scott, and oh boy, Jean is not happy about this. Lots of angry lovers in this episode here, but it was damn good and written very well. Jumping once again back to Genosha's, Rogue goes to see Gambit and she tells him everything. This scene was the best written scene out of all 5 episodes so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down as my favorite episode in the show at the end of the day. And honestly, God got my eyes watering. It was phenomenal. All that as Genosha is preparing for the gala to celebrate their joining the UN, and at the gala, Magneto greets Rogue, who had quite the entrance, with a flashy dance that leads Gambit to storming out. But when the dance is over, Rogue tells him she's not joining him here, but we'll see what she does considering how things go in a couple minutes. Then all hell breaks loose. Genosha is attacked by what the X-Men described in the episode as a Godzilla Sentinel, and it's pumping out more Sentinels. In the chaos, there's a whole lot that goes down. Nightcrawler is injured, saving his friends. Sebastian Shaw is dead. Madeline Pryor too, and so many others. But Magneto, Rogue, and Gambit take the charge in saving Genosha while the mutants who haven't been wiped out attempt to get to safety. During his fight, Magneto is thrown into Charles's statue and knocks it over, and when that happens, he goes nuts in a great action scene. Gambit is off saving the Morlocks too, who were trapped and away from the other survivors. This scene went ridiculously hard for being like what it is. Like it's obviously Gambit's awesome, but like the Morlocks, cool funky team, but come on. And it just went ridiculously hard for being what it was, and all because they just dropped the show theme song right over it, and that song just makes everything amazing, plain and simple. Then comes the real heavy stuff. As if the stuff earlier wasn't enough with all the crying and everything, it's in the form of some deaths here. First, it's Magneto as he sacrifices himself when the Godzilla Sentinel identifies him as an Omega level threat. Then, Gambit sacrifices himself, taking out the beast of a machine in the process. The episode closes on a great couple shots and a scene of Rogue holding Remy's body. I think that might, like I said, just be the best episode yet from the show. It started out kind of just being like a wholesome break from all the action, all the epic action we've been getting with the show, but then we got some epic action sequences, and then we got our hearts ripped out once again, not once but twice with Magneto and Gambit, and I'm a sicko. I loved it. And so that'll do it for my breakdown of the 5th episode from X-Men 97. A great, great episode that hit all the spots with badass action and crushing emotion. Let me know what you thought of the episode, though, down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.